Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Chris Amilo, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. You're meeting me for the first time. My name is Chris Amilo. Thank you guys for coming, for joining me. Uh, Today we are going to be discussing about jobs. As for freshers, if you're a new person in the United Arab Emirates, so we are going to be discussing basically about jobs and employment. So if you already joined me, kindly identify by commenting. If you're already part of the live, kindly identify by commenting so that we can kick off with the business of today. And we have a lot of things in stock. We have like if you arrive for the first time in the United Arab Emirates, there are some certain things that you don't know that when you're talking about looking for job, like looking for work in the United Arab Emirates, there's some things that some tips, let's just say some tips that you need to know while looking for work in the United Arab Emirates, especially if you come for the first day. Just if you just arrive for the first time, if you're already in UAE for the first time and you're looking for job, the first thing you need to find out the industrial area. Okay, you have to find out the industrial area. So these are the things, the part of the things that you need to know if you are new in the United Arab Emirates. So the second thing that we have here is we are going to be deliberating on each one. We have about 8 of them here. The first one is find out the industrial area in your Emirates. Then make a strong CV with a digital passport photograph, which we are going to discuss about that. Then we have another one, the application timing. We have application timing. We have job agency. Understand? We have also job agency, and also uh, for you to go for the type of job that suits your qualification. Like you cannot apply for a job that you know fully well that they might not call you. No, applying for work that you know fully well that you might not be called or they might not call you is totally a red flag for you. So in order for you to know the type of work to apply for, especially when you are new or when you are fresher in the United Arab Emirates, we also have this in stock here. Another thing that we have in stock is application timing. Like I said before, we have an application timing where the timing that you need, like if you are sending your CV online, if you are applying on job websites, there are timings, there are application timing that you have to use. They have time because in every company, the HR department, they have the time that they normally check their email. And once they finish checking their email at that particular time, for them to check their email again will be next day. Understand? For them to check their email again will be the next day. So if you are joining me and you want me to repeat what I've discussed in the past, kindly identify yourself. We are discussing about jobs, especially for a new person. If you are new in the UAE and you are struggling to get a job, there are some easy tips that I can give out that you can easily get related to. So another one is job sites. A lot of us normally jump into wrong job websites. There are job websites that are genuine, that we know that at least if you apply for any of these job websites, you will get a call from a company. It's either a company or you might get a call from a recruiting agency, but anyone, you must get a call from a company if you apply from this job website. So we are going to be discussing about all these things. So if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Chris Amilo. And here we discuss life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Everything that has to do with Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and their jobs and employment. So that is why we're here. So if you are joining me for the first time, kindly identify yourself so that we can kick off with the program. We really need to educate our people out there so that most of them that normally spend this long time without getting a job is because maybe they come to the UAE, then they got a best space. Now they are relaxing, waiting for somebody to tell them that there is job so that they will go. Fine, it is when in UAE you have to have a plan B. Like now, the popular word now is plan B. It's also in this UAE. You have to have a plan B. Understand? You need to have a plan B. So your plan A, first of all, is to find a job agency or waiting for any agency to give you a job. Then your plan B is for you looking for job by yourself. Your plan B is for you looking for job by yourself. So that is just it. You get it? So that is just it. Now, let's discuss about how to find industrial areas. In every Emirates, there is industrial area. In Ras Al Khaimah, we have an industrial area which is called, I think, Al Jazeera Industrial Area. Al Jazeera. There's an industrial area in Al Jazeera. So in Ras Al Khaimah, they have an industrial area. Then in Dubai, they have also an industrial area. Even in Ajman, they have an industrial area. So what are we looking for here? We are looking for, first of all, if you enter UAE for the first time, take your time. Do not be stingy. That's why I normally tell everybody, if you're coming to UAE, you have to hold money for your transport. Why? Because these are the things you need to do. First of all, in the emirate that you are, pick a taxi or pick any bus around, ask around, they will take you to every emirate have industrial area. And trust me, industrial area has a lot of job vacancies. A lot of people that is looking for work today that they are not getting work is because they are not aware that this industrial area that they think that is very far. Most times, industrial area can be the back of your house, but you don't know. So what you need to do, ask around your area, check for the industrial area. We are still on the number one. If you're joining me for the first time, this is Christian Milo. And if you have any question, I will answer your question at the end of this topic. So thank you for joining me. Now, what am I trying to say now? That in every emirate there has an industrial area. So the number one thing that you need to do is to find out the industrial area in your part of the emirate. Then if you find out the industrial area in the part of the emirate, then the second thing that you need to do is to start making CV. You need to start making CV. You get? Now, the CV, a lot of us in this UAE does not know how to make CV at all. A lot of people don't know how to make CV. And that is when it becomes zero for them to get a job. Like I said before, plan A is for you to wait for agency to give you a job. Plan B is for you to find out the industrial area in your emirate for you to go and look for a job yourself. Then plan C is for you applying online. That is the three plans that you need to have. Now, you have to go physically to look for job. You have to look for agencies that will also help you in looking for job. Then you have to apply online. Online has its own technique from physical. Now, if you are applying online, they have timing, but I'm getting to that already. So you have to make a strong CV with a digital photo passport. It is a must. One, First thing that any HR is going to look at in your CV, the first thing that they want to look at, they will first of all look at your picture on your CV. Then the second thing they are going to, I believe that this thing is just tips. Please listen and listen very carefully. If HR is looking at your CV, the first thing the HR is going to look at is they are going to look at your picture on your CV. The second thing they are going to be looking at is your what they call it, what you are applying for. Then if you are applying for sales, then they will look at the third thing, they will look at your experience. If you the why they are looking for experience, they are looking for that experience, they are checking if you have UAE experience. Now, after checking your experience, the next place that they are going to check is your email address or your phone number. That is it. Your educational background, other things that you need to do, cover paper, all those things is bullshit. They don't even listen to that. You understand? They don't even listen to that. Please stay hold on to the end of this topic. I'm going to reply every of your questions. Thank you. So that I won't make mistake with because see, I write it down here. So I won't make mistake. Now, it's like I said, that is all the need. The rest of the things that you're writing, the photo, what they call it, cover paper. Some people are doing CV with 5 pages. It doesn't make sense. Your CV can be just a paper like this, just one front paper like this, and that is it. Submit it. And once you have a good experience, that is all they need. Then another thing here is that application timing. Now, a lot of us just know that as you are applying for any job online, so as thousands of people in UAE are also applying, different nationalities are also applying for that same job. So know that if you are sending an email now, maybe you are sending an email by 8 o'clock, before 12 a.m., maybe 200 email has already come. That means your email is going down. The HR cannot see your email because, trust me, the HR does not check all the emails. What the HR only check is they only check the top. Mostly that sometimes they only check 10 emails. They will just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are done for the day. And before you know, before the next day, if they say they're going to select 10 people today, they're going to select 10 people tomorrow. Okay, if they select 10 people today at the top, by tomorrow, other 200 has already come in. So those people that applied yesterday, their own is gone. Now, it's for those people that applied last that they're going to also select them. So that is why sometimes it seems like they don't reply to your email. Now, there is timing to apply for job. 4 a.m. If you are really looking for work, you must be determined and be sleepless. You must have a sleepless night. 4 a.m. 2, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. By 9 a.m., the HR is already in the office. Now, if you are able to apply your job from 4, if you are able to send the CV from 4, 5, 6, 7, you have, HR has 2 hours to be in the office because normally HRs, they resume 9 o'clock duty. Now, you calculate it. By this time, a lot of people does not have these tips. So they will not be waking up by 5 o'clock or by 6 o'clock to be applying for job. Now, if you can send CV from this 4, 5, 6, 7, then your CV will be among the top 10 that the HR are going to look at when they get to the office. I hope I make a lot of sense here. Now, if you send a CV from 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., please kindly like my video. If you are still watching me, please like this video. It's very, very important. That is the only thing I ask for you. Thank you. So, if you can apply from this 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is possible that you might receive a call from the company. So that is it. So let's go to the type of job that you should be applying for. There's type of job that you, as a fresher, there's a type of job that you should be applying for. You cannot be, first of all, UAE look at UAE experience. The UAE jobs or UAE companies that look at UAE experience. Now, if you are to be applying for work without experience, know fully well that the job that you might get, if you get other one bigger than that, is by God's grace. But I'm saying this so that you will be aware. You might likely to get sales, cleaning, and general helper. This is the 3 most common job. I've discussed it in my previous video. This is the 3 most common job. Now, as a fresher, if you are applying for any job, you should be applying on these 3 jobs. You cannot be applying a pool because you don't have the experience. You don't have the experience of the above. You get? So that is it. And also the job sites that you should be using while applying for these jobs. There's job site that you should be using. So Dobezol is one of the top job sites or even marketing sites in UAE. So Dobezol. Sometimes they also display with their name. Don't forget, at the end of this video, I'll be giving out the names of companies. I'll forget it on my last video. I'll be giving out, I think, 2 names of companies which I know that they are recruiting right now. So you can also try their luck, go to their website and apply from there. That will be at the end of the video. So, Gulf Talent. There's a website called Gulf Talent. Gulf Talent is also a good site that you can use for applying for your job application. Gulf Talent. There's another one called Bayt.com. Bayt. The spelling is B-A-Y-T. Bayt.com. This job website is not that popular, but is really active. Another one. Indeed, it's already flooded. Indeed, it's one of the popular job sites in UAE. So it's already flooded, but there are still jobs in Indeed. Another one is Khalid Time. Khalid Time is another job site in UAE. Khalid Time is normal Gulf news, but they have job sites in the job sector. So if you just go to Khalid Time and type the type of job that you're looking for, they will just bring the list out and you can apply from there. And also don't forget, making up the CV. CV is very, very important. CV is very, very important. So if you are applying for work and your CV is rubbish, your response will be rubbish. You won't get any good response from any company. You won't get any good response from any company. So CV is very, very important. So please, if you have any question, we are ready to answer your question. Once somebody say thanks for joining me. You said why is Dubai delaying the flight to open? Well, this is between Nigeria and UAE. It's between the Nigerian government and UAE government. So we are only waiting for them to clear to make an official announcement. But my advice to anybody, everybody, I normally tell people, do not follow anywhere. Flight no open. Where you know they run. Stay wait until the flight open. Then you move to avoid story, because it's really pulling on other ways like Ghana, Cameroon, another part of the Africa country, is going to cost you money. It will be expensive. It will be expensive, okay, but it is not 100% sure guaranteed also. Okay, So just because people did it does not mean that it will favor you. If you favor somebody else, does not mean that it will favor you. So my advice to anybody that their visa is not yet ready should wait till their flight to resume before they should make their journey, so that they will have a peace or a rest of mind. Because trust me, if you make any move from Nigeria to Cotonou or to Ghana, you will go, even within that 14 days, you might spend more than 100,000 naira that country. No joke. Within that 14 days that you're going to spend in that country, neighboring country, you might spend more than 100,000 naira. So it's better, because trust me, you're gonna eat now, you're gonna drink. Understand? A lot of things, sometimes the person where they step on your hand will just say food not there. You are squatting with somebody in somebody's house and you cannot buy food. You buy food. So it is better for you to wait till flight to resume than to spend that kind of money in neighboring country. It's not easy. People that made it through that kind of process, they made it because they had the money. Yes, they have the money, but doesn't mean that you have the money, meaning that you should throw it away. You get? So that's just it. So all of us should just use our brain. Wait until the flight resume, then you will have a rest of mind, and also have the money where you're supposed to spend, you will keep them for your pocket, so that when matters arise in UAE, you can defend yourself with the money. Not the money that you're supposed to use to defend yourself in UAE, you go spend that for Ghana or you go spend that for Cotonou. It's on your own risk. Because here, nobody is willing to help you. Understand? Nobody is willing to help you. To go who made me. You tell people, say, maybe somebody, an agency got a job, and you think you want to tell him that you should give you the job. When you get work, you will start paying him. The job is, they will just, before you know, they already call somebody else and give the person job. How can someone know the genuine recruitment agency? Genuine recruiting agency. Hello, my young Egbe. Thanks for joining me. Okay, Raymond, regarding genuine recruiting agency, don't forget, please, if you're joining me, kindly like this video. My name is Christian Milo. Thanks for joining me, and God bless you. Kindly like my video. That is the only food I dey chop. Like na my food that. So now there's a genuine recruitment agency. See, let me tell you, let me give you an example. As I am like this. Now, if I walk into any office, as a human being, I get feeling. Now, there's certain things that you will see that is abnormal in normal office, that you will see that this particular sticker might be temporary. Especially if you go to a company and the company seems, everything about the office seems very new. That is a red sign, because they might vacate that place any moment from now. And also, how to know a fake company, a fake recruiting company, is when the offer is way too sweet. Example, as a fresher, as a new person in UAE, I got that experience. I went to Dubai, that was some years ago. I saw a job online and I went for it in Dubai, because I like, if I'm looking for work and I see any chance, no matter, even if I don't have transport, I will go to make sure I go that interview. So I went to that interview at Dubai. Now, when I walk into the place, I realized that I saw a Nigerian guy sitting down. He also came, he has already done the interview before me, okay? So I was trying to ask him what happened. He said he paid 3,000, but he has not collected offer letter yet. That they tell him that they will call him to come and take offer letter. Now, when I became totally upset or disappointed with the company, the offer is a parking helper. Parking helper is like casual, is the most just like general helper, packing helper. Now, in that packing helper, they will give you salary 2,500, free accommodation, free food, medical insurance, military, free visa. No, visa is not free because you pay 3,000. Okay, so I will give you free food, free accommodation, free transportation, salary 2,000. If as a new person in United Arab and you get an offer above 2,000 dirham for the first time, run to scam. If the offer is above 2,000 dirham and does not ask you for any money, go for it. But if they ask you, even if it's 1 dirham, 1 naira, don't give. That's scam. 2, no offers in UAE, no jobs in UAE. Please, I will be answering every one question. I will just finish with this recruitment agency and I will reply everybody that's asking me question. Thank you, guys. So, what am I saying? No recruitment agency or no company in UAE that give you food at this time. Before it happened, it's happening before, but now I've not seen. It's very hard to see company that gives food now. But any company that offer you food, accommodation, blah blah blah, too much offer. If the thing is too sweet, run for your life because everything where they sweet, they kill. Once the offer is too sweet, you run for your life. Good work you are doing. Please keep it up. Thank you. Thank you so much. The only way for me to keep it up is for you to keep supporting me and keep liking my videos. So that is just it. I hope you are satisfied with my answer, Raymond. So that if you are given an offer, you can be able to know from the offer you will know that the company is genuine or not. From the offer will give you everything that you need. Once the offer became too sweet, my brother, run because everything where they sweet they kill you. As sugar sweet reach, if it catch you, but you know how it could be now. So, but everything where they sweet. Now the offers for people that is a genuine company. Which one be that? This is your new name, Tayami. Thank you for joining me, bro. God bless. Now, how to actually now let's take for example, a fresher in UAE does not collect more than 1,500 dirham. Highest 1,500 dirham. A fresher as a general helper, the highest you can collect as a salary is 1,500 dirham. Now, if you are collecting 1,500 dirham, it's because of you are new. Then, if sometimes people collect 1,200 and 1,300, but I'm saying maximum is 1,500 dirhams. That's for freshers. But a lot of jobs now come in low salary, 1,000, 1,200, depending on the company and what they offer. But any offer that is above that, my brother, it might be fake, especially if they ask you for money before they will give you the job. Especially if they say that you should bring 2,000 before you send offer letter, that will be a red flag for you. Don't forget, Lulu group of company is recruiting. If you're in Dubai, Lulu Hypermarket is recruiting. They're recruiting for sales. I think they're recruiting for operation team. They're also recruiting. So for me, if you're a lady, you should do sales slash cashier CV. If you don't have experience in cashier, just make a sales rep CV. Go to Lulu group of company. I will also post it after this video. I will post it at my description so that you can also apply. So that is just it. Another company which is recruiting is, I think, there's a supermarket that is recruiting in Chacha. Nesto is recruiting also. That is for retail sales also. So you make your CV. You make your CV and you send to them. And also, I have a lot of job vacancies. I'm posting every video, every of my videos that I'm doing. And anytime you see my video notification on YouTube, if you go to the description, there is a job vacancy. Click the link there. The link will take you straight to the company website. Then you will apply from the company website. Or if you click the link, if you will see the display of the vacancies, then you will see an email address or number. If it's there, you take the email address and mail your CV, your standard CV to them. Now, if you are looking for the location of the company, type the name that is given, that I dropped at the description box. Take the name, type it on Google, and you will see the location there. Print the location, and if you want to go there, but all this company does not take physical. You cannot go physical to them. They will also, if you go there, they will also give you email to send your CV. So it is better you just send your CV and wait for their reply. I have seen somebody that Lulu just hired as recently, so they are hiring. Lulu Hypermarket is hiring. Sometimes most of these companies select nationality, but there's no harm in trying. As long as your appearance is neat. See, sometimes why some of our people don't get jobs is because of the appearance. Sometimes the appearance is very, very bad. You know, if you are going for a job, know fully well, Baba, smell nice. You cannot be going to somebody's office and be smelling like catfish. Understand? If you need to get something, see, I believe in investments. If I say, okay, see, this phone when I have like this is there, I want to get it. If it means that I have to pull my slippers, to invest my slippers for me to get this phone, I have to do it because I need the phone. Life is all about investment. If you say, this money, if I use them now, buy good clothes, I no go fit throw another money for hand again, Baba, buy that clothes. Because if you cannot, sometimes I will say, before you come to Nigeria, that cloth that before you come from Nigeria to UAE, that cloth that you know that this cloth is what I'm going to be using for interview, keep that one aside. Have like maybe 5 clothes that you are going to be using to go for an interview. I've seen a lot of people that go for an interview with short knicker. I pity you. You can never get a job. You can never get a job with that kind of behavior. You understand? How will you go for they call you for an interview? You wear face cap, wear chain, fake. The most worst thing is that the chain is not even real. If you look at it, you go know na kunko. Understand? You wear one fake chain, full neck, then wear slippers with a short knicker. At the end, my brother, they will not even look at you. They will not look at you. They will tell you to go. They will call you. There is a friend of mine that wear white shirt and black trousers with black shoes was picked among the candidates. You see? Just imagine, can you imagine this? You see? You know, when we are talking about these things now, when it is a joke, say I just talk for YouTube say, Baba, if I normally tell people that in every nonsense, pick out the sense inside and you make use of the sense, then throw away the nonsense. You get it? Just imagine, you don't, sometimes you feel, they're just dressing now. After all, this, they don't know how people is dressing after all. Baba, see, let me tell you, you see HR, before you will be given a position as a HR, you must be freaking intelligent. Only the eye where they will look you, they don't finish interviewing you. Like can look you eyeball to eyeball. The next thing that they will tell you is that, okay, we'll call you later. Understand? So that is the things that we need to know. If you're looking for a job, kindly don't forget to always go to my description box. I always post job opportunities there. From the link, you can apply from the link to the company. So you won't. And also don't forget, like I said before, Lulu Hypermarket is recruiting. Nesto in China is recruiting. I think some taxi company in Abu Dhabi is also recruiting. That is if you have a driving license, UAE driving license. There's other companies that are recruiting. I just received an alert just a few minutes before I started my live video. I received an alert regarding driving and the helper job, but I will post it. I will post it at my description. That will be on the video that I'm going to drop tomorrow. At the description box, there will be a job vacancy there. You can apply from there direct to the company. Any job that you apply from this channel, there's nothing connected to agency. Note, if anybody, if you call, or maybe somebody message you and it has to do with money, run for your life. I was told to come with a few clothes and come plenty of food stuff. Is it true? Like a sister was advising me to come with 3 clothes and plenty food stuff. Let me see. Criminals, food stuff they are targeting because they need that food stuff. See, I'm not saying that you should not bring food stuff, but brother, if not for me, leave food stuff. That money that you want to use to buy food stuff, put it in your pocket. If you come here, you go chop bread, you go survive. Bread, you go chop bread, you go survive. But it is okay if you want to buy food stuff, just buy normal food stuff that you can carry. Why they normally tell, why are you buying food stuff? There are a lot of African shops are here already in UAE. Mr. Adeleke has which is Peace Travel. He has already African food stuff in Dubai. There's a lot of African food stuff already in Dubai here. So even there's nothing that is lacking now. The only thing that is lacking is some few things you get. But don't let food bother you. You understand? If you want to bring clothes, don't bring 3 clothes. Bring clothes. Bring good clothes that you can use for an interview. Don't. Yes, West Zone. Yeah, thank you so much. West Zone Supermarket. I was the one that posted it. Thank you, bro. Reminded me. It's also recruiting. So that is just it. So my brother, don't bring 3 clothes. Bring your full clothes. If you have 2 bags of clothes, at least keep one, carry one, come. But anybody that is advising you to bring 2 clothes clothes is freaking expensive here. Don't joke with clothes. If you have clothes, bring clothes. Understand? So everything, as long as the cost of living in UAE is very expensive, before you know, one day you have already spent 200 dirham without you knowing. Understand? That is why I'm always afraid to go out, because once I go out, if I don't spend, I spend 500 dirham a day. Understand? So that is why in UAE you have to minimize your leg, not the work anyhow, because as they work and so money they go. Understand? Especially for those people that always want to use transport or use taxi. And that one that died before you go come back 1,000 dirham up to your pockets. Understand? So that is just it. So ladies and gentlemen, my brother Raymond just reminded me that West Zone Supermarket is also recruiting. So you can also go to their type the name of the company or the Google, and you will get their address. What do you advise one to look at for best place? How passport safe? Well, your agency that is putting you in the best place should put you in the best place that is trusted. Understand? So that is just it. But your passport should always be with you. If in your pocket, you keep your passport pocket. If in your bag has skin now, just be locking it there. So, but nobody is ready to take your passport. But in best space, everybody usually mind their business, unless you have a personal relationship with anybody in the room. Then, but how best space normally operates? Do you know what is best space? Best space sometimes is you get up, down, sometimes 3 people for one bed. Like, you know those student bed now that they have 3 places. So that is the best place that we're talking about. So sometimes in one room, if you have like maybe five boys or 6 people, now in each room, when they want to cook, all of you will contribute money for gas. If there is no gas, you will contribute money. Maybe you might contribute 10 dirham to buy one gas cylinder. Then if you buy the gas cylinder, then everybody will use it. Then depending on sometimes some person in charge of the room, some people take light bill or something. I think the light bill is for, because it's on different Emirates. Some Emirates, the tenants pay for their light bill, but some they don't pay for that, including everything. Sometimes it's all including Wi-Fi and also Wi-Fi. I think Wi-Fi is also in the same money that you're paying for your best space. So free Wi-Fi, you have to just pay for the gas. Then just as you are staying in best space, don't go there and be forming Jagaban. Understand? Just go there, stay loyal to everybody. People who don't hold pass you for there might decide to help you, because in every best place there must be somebody that is working there or maybe has connection to somebody working. But anybody who know they work, where they advise you saying will give you work, na scam. I true with this. Understand? Anybody that came on tourist like you, on tourist like you and is promising you job, total scam. Okay. If I'm a fresher with depending on the work experience you have, yes, you have a chance. But for the fresher that you are, like I always say, I will say it again, UAE is a place that as long as you are coming for the first time, you take what UAE offer you. Like you might be working like in your country, you might be working as a medical doctor, but once you come to UAE, you desire to work you desire to work as a medical doctor, but if UAE offer you a cleaning job first, you have to take it. Then once you take that cleaning job, you have a 2 years contract, which makes you legalized in this country for 2 years. Now, within those period of 2 years, then you can find the job of your choice or the job of your desire. So that is it. It is 100% possible that you can be whatever you want to be in UAE, but it's a progress. It's a step by step. Understand? You have the chance to be whatever you want to be. Like the first time I came to this UAE, I started as an ordinary labor. My main aim was to become a merchant. That was my main aim. But I didn't do that within that 1 year. I didn't do that within the 2 years. Understand? It was a process. So right now, I have a forklift operating license that I'm not using now, because on the process, I did a lot of courses. I did a lot of licenses. Understand? Just for me to find myself somewhere that I wanted to be. So it takes a lot of determination and also investing. Understand? To invest in UAE, if you start to calculate it with your country money, if you start calculating your investment that you need to invest for yourself in this UAE, and you start calculating it back in your country, it will lead you back. Like for example, now when I applied a driving license, that was about, I did my driving license with about 10,000 plus dirham. So if I did my driving license with 10,000 plus I did a forklift license with 5,000 plus. Now calculating all these things is almost 16,000 or heading to 20,000. Now, if you check it in naira, that is heading to 2 million naira right here. Understand? So some people say a plot of land where you can't do that kind of thing. You understand? Actually, you right. It's my pleasure. There's no wahala. That is not an issue, sir. But my advice to everybody, if you are coming to UAE, you just have to wait till flight resumes properly before you, so that to avoid wahala, you understand, to avoid you spending money. Because why I normally tell people to not to travel, not to use this Appian Way. Now, I will break it down for you. If you are to go from Lagos to Cotonou or to Ghana, now, the transport or the expenses that you will spend from Cotonou to Ghana, not even including flight, okay? Then you have to wait for 14 days, right? Now, with COVID-19 tests and other things. Now, within that 14 days, do you know how much you must have spent? Possibly 100,000 naira is gone. This 100,000 naira, do you know that even if it's not up to 100,000 naira, let's just say 50,000 naira, do you know that 50,000 naira is about 500 dirhams? Okay, which you can just, even if you are not using it, keep it somewhere, because in this UAE, imagine anything can happen. Understand? So that one is like you use it to hold yourself first. Do you understand? So that's why I normally tell people it's better you wait, no matter how long it takes. I believe that it will not be more than June. Understand? Hopefully. So if the flight open, then you know, and the most worst thing is that is going from another neighboring country is not guaranteed. There's no guarantee. But the fact that it works for James does not mean it will work for John. So for the fact say Mecca go come cross them without no problem, not mean say Chinedu go and succeed the same way. So that is why work are divided. Understand? So just wait till flight resume, then it will. I intend to do a Syria course. Perfect. Perfect. I intend to do a Syria course as soon as I learn. I am very sure I'm ready to start from scratch. But that's the one. Attested result is not that much important, especially it's important in security, especially in security jobs. Okay, so if you are coming to do security work, you have to attest your UAE, and also it can also help you in order if you are trying to upgrade your status in UAE. It will also help you. And also coming for this Syria, it is a very good advice. Go and do, if you are coming and do the Syria, I will personally pick you like I normally do, pick you at the airport, take you to do the Syria, and hopefully you will get a security job. And trust me, after then you can start planning yourself. So that is a perfect move, great move especially. So that's just it. So I hope all of us, because I normally tell people, see, if you come to UAE without planning, thinking that UAE is like Europe, that you just come and be sleeping in the street and everything, soon everything will be okay. Baba, you know, like that too. If you sleep for street there, police will just come carry you. You understand? Here, we don't have streets. So now people where they head put down, they take this UAE. Understand? So what am I trying to say is this: if you are coming to UAE, you have to be very, very planned. You need to plan yourself from A to B. Like I give from the beginning, I said we have three plans. The plan A, once you get to the UAE, your first plan is that the agency will look for work for you, no doubt. Your second plan is for how to look for the industrial area to apply for works. Then the third plan is for online application, which I've already discussed here. So if you are joining me newly, after this video, you can go back and start watching afresh so that you understand the topic very well. My name is Chris O'Meal and this is Life in Dubai. Any other question? Any other questions so that we'll round up our live video then? Don't forget, tomorrow a topic will be dropping from our previous topic, which we discussed about how to, I think what we discussed about in our last topic, Canon is security work. easy to get. Yes, Dubai is famous for security scams, but they are still genuine security company. In Abu Dhabi don't take Syria. Abu Dhabi has their own security certificate. Syria is from Dubai security certificate. Dubai security. Abu Dhabi has their own. So, but trust me, there's other good security company in Dubai, which I will guide you. I can guide you on that. So that's just it. But if it's talking about scamming, there's nothing to be afraid of regarding scam, because if you see them, you know them. By their footsteps, you shall know them. Unless you remove. Understand? That's just it. Abu Dhabi is a kind of the area that is totally out. Like it's like staying in Abu Dhabi is like you're already in another country. You understand? The distance and other things is very difficult. But when we reach the bridge, we'll cross them. So that's just it. So in my next video, which I'll be dropping tomorrow, I will be concluding the last topic, which we discussed about what can your we discussed about what do we discuss about? In our last video, there's something that we discussed about. Okay, the advices. Now, in our last video, we talked about the advices that might lead you to a life band in United Arab Emirates. That was our previous video. So, in our next video, which will be tomorrow, we'll be discussing about after you get those advice, what will you start doing? As in, what will it lead you to? How much should I ask for in an interview? How much should I ask? Sam, I don't understand your question. How much should I ask for? Okay, what are you talking about? You're talking about salary. Okay, let me give you an example. Once you go for an interview, this is what what the HR will ask you. How much is your former salary? Now, if you tell the person, then he will ask you, how much are you expecting? Now, before you go for an interview to any company, make a personal investigation, find out how much they are paying the employee. If you, a lot of people don't notice, if a company is paying the employee 1,000 dirham and you go there and you demand for 1,500, they will tell you okay. They will not tell you anything. They will tell you okay, that they will call you later. That's how you lose the job. So it is very, very important that if you are going for any interview for any company, check around, find the staff of those companies, make a personal investigation and find out how much the salary the company is paying. Now, once you get the salary package that the company is paying, then the normal thing that people normally say, if you don't even know the salary package, if they ask you how much is your expectation, what you say, your response should be negotiable. As long as any amount that you're paying to your employee is okay by me. This will give them a relief that you have accepted. But if they tell you how much is the salary package, you tell them 2,000. I will tell you, oh, okay, call you later, call you tomorrow. That is the end. You lost the interview. So that's just it. Syria certificate is not more than 1,700 dirham. That is Syria certificate for you, 1,700 dirham. Change it to naira. I think exchange is 131 or 132. I don't know. You can change it to naira. Syria certificate is 1,700 dirham, and the days takes 7 days to get the Syria certificate. 7 days, 7 working days to get the Syria certificate. I think you start on Sunday. then you end on Sunday, maybe something like that. So that is just 7 days course. So that's what depends on the description. How much? So that's just it. So if you are going for an interview, you make your personal investigation. You don't just wake up and start going for an interview. Understand? If you wake up one morning and go for an interview, you might end up losing the job because of the demand. Because definitely, this will be the question. Let me just be like the HR. Let me just ask the question that they will ask you will be like, why do you want to leave your former company? If you are a fresher, they will ask you, why do you leave your job in Nigeria to come to you? Now, these people are smart. Understand? You can lie to them, but you lie with intelligence. For example, I've said this story a long time ago. I went for an interview. This was a long time ago. I went for, I think, storekeeping in a supermarket job, something like that. That was a long time ago. Now, this guy, we are 3 Nigerians, okay? Now there are other Indians and other nationalities. Now, I like staying at the back. Anytime I go for an interview, I like staying at the back. Now, what I do, personally me, I learn from people's mistakes. I don't laugh at people's mistakes. You get it? I don't laugh at people's mistakes. I learn from their mistakes. Now, when I was at the back, the 2 Nigerians is equal because me, even before I went to an interview, I've been in UAE for some certain time, so I know how to handle myself when I go to an interview. But this guy, they're still new, they're still fresh. Now, he went to this interview and he was asked, why do you leave your country? And he said he needs a better job, a good salary. Okay, fine. Now, the HR asked him, what job were you doing in Nigeria? You know what this guy said? He was working in an oil company in Nigeria. Now, you are working in an oil company. The HR was like, wow, for a man, this guy will collect better money more than me. But though the HR know that might be a lie. So now, what the HR did is that, look at the boy, look at the way he appeared. They appeared so tattered. Now he asked them, how much was your salary in your country? The guy said 500,000 naira. That is, at that time, it is equivalent to 5,000 dirham. The HR said, wow, so you have good salary. So why do you want to work here? Here we only offer 1,500 for helpers. So are you applying for helper? You are applying for helper and your former job is 5,000 dirham. Now you are applying for helper, 1,500 dirham. That is when the guy became very speechless. And at the end, the reply was that always, this is what if the HR company want to discharge you, this is what they normally say. Wow, my friend. Okay, now you go, we'll call you next week. That is the end of the story for that guy. Understand? So if you are going for an interview, if you are cooking lie, if you want to lie, my brother, lie the kind of lie that you have a good backup with. For example, assuming if this guy said that, okay, fine, I was working as a helper in an oil company in Nigeria, but unfortunately the oil company is not paying me well and because of some issues, or maybe my educational background. Because that guy, for his CV self, he does not have good educational background. So now if he asks you, what salary are you expecting? Negotiable, as long as you are paying any salary that you're giving to other employees, we also accept. That is a yes for them. Understand? Negotiable salary, no specific price. If you put price, that is when you get it. That is your number one downfall. Don't put price on any salary. Even if you find out that the company is taking 1.5, do not tell them that you need 1.5. Do not tell them that you need 1.5. You get? Just tell them if they ask you your salary, which the salary you need, tell them that any salary that you give to other workers, you will accept it. That is another thing. So that is just it. I'm just giving you a guideline so that if you have a friend that is going for an interview, kindly invite the person to watch my YouTube channel. It will be a great help to the person. Like I always said, if 100% of everything when I talk na trash, at least there is something that makes sense. Even if it's one, pick that one, make use of that particular one. Understand? Now, small seed where they germinate big one. You can never can tell. That little one that you overlook might be the one that will be of help to you. So always try to invite your friends to my channel, because this channel is all about educating, enlightening people regarding UAE. And that is the chance that I never had when I came to this UAE. No Facebook group, no WhatsApp group. Even the WhatsApp group that they had at that time was scamming, all those useless WhatsApp group, you know. Nothing to enlighten you, no education, and nobody to encourage you. Everybody at that time is trying to tell you, why did you come to UAE? Why you must not, you should have not been in UAE. You know, a lot of discouragement. And it will happen to you if you come here for the first time. There will be a lot of discouragement. Like a lot of people will say, why you not go Europe? Baba, why then you did not ask them why are they still here? Why did not go to that Europe? I can categorically say that UAE at least is a little bit better than Europe for a fresher, No way I say so. Europe now is meant for people that have been there for years. People where they make up for Europe now, people who don't date here for years. People, if you are going now as a fresher, my brother, yes, 6. Thanks very much. I got gifts for you, but no worry, make I don't just blow my cover. Like I always said, I'm just waiting for YouTube to give me a sign, then I will do the magic on this YouTube channel. What if you are asked, what is your weakness? What is your response? Your weakness? Well, that kind of question does not come in UAE interview. You know, they don't. Most thing that they wanted to know is just to know few things about you. They don't ask. They don't ask about. They don't ask about all those things, but this guy don't answer. The Niger. Yeah, of course. Human being has weakness, okay, but you will tell them that this is something that, but I've never come across these questions this way before. The question, what is your weakness? Your weakness. This question will not come, but if they ask you, just tell them that a man's weakness, a man can overcome his weakness, so there is no weakness. Understand? It's like for a man to choose to be weak. Understand? So it's when you choose to be weak, that's when you are weak. If you do not choose to be weak, you will not be weak. So the answer is, I stand with the Niger. No weakness, unless you choose to be weak. So that's just it. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we are wrapping up today's episode of Life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Don't forget, if you have not liked this video right now, it will pay me so much. Say, and I come on for this live video and I don't see at least 10 likes, because I know a lot of people that came now, they watched me. I don't know if they like, but it will go pay me or say like this, this channel, this this video, because that is the only way you can support me. You know, this life is like trade by barter. Understand? It's like trade by barter. You give, you receive. Understand? I have only little knowledge to give out. The only thing that you have to give to me is just like this video, subscribe. That's all. I'm not asking for money. You don't pay for anything. You understand? To support me. So we are drawing closer to the end of this live. So I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow the topic is going to be really hectic. Like let me give you guys what I discussed about on my last episode. I discussed about the advice that will make you get a life ban in UAE. The advice that might destroy you in UAE. This is the kind of advice that those of people that already had a job in UAE, they will make friends of somebody that have already spent years. Like for example, now, if the Niger now come into this UAE tomorrow, and me that have been in this UAE for years, maybe the Nigerians see a job of 1,000 dirham, they are paying him 1,000 dirham, maybe in a cleaning company. Then I will be like, why did they work for that company? The job is the salary is very small, blah, blah, blah. I will start to brainwash this guy negatively till the guy starts hating his job. That is when issues start coming in. So we are going to be discussing how this issue will be arise and how it will lead you to a life ban. I'm talking about tomorrow. The video is ready. It's already on YouTube, but it will be posted tomorrow. Because of this live, it's supposed to be posted today, but because of this live video, corresponding to tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christian Milo, and here we'll bring you everything that has to do with Dubai United Arab Emirates and the job and employment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. If you are still new or you are already part of the family, Christian Milo family in YouTube, kindly like this video. Invite your friends to subscribe, and also share my video on your Facebook groups, on your Facebook page, on your Facebook account, so that I will be happy. Thank you guys, and God bless. See you guys every Tuesday. We'll be doing live video on different topics. Today we talked about jobs. Tomorrow, next Tuesday, we'll be talking about totally different things. So every single week, I'm working on my brain to make sure I bring something positive to the table. And it's not easy, you know. Before I will make a video, I have to write, I have to do all these things just to make sure I get my content right before I put it out there. And also making an editing and other things. Right here, there's a camera light on my front here, so I know you guys cannot see it because it's in the front here. So a lot of things are being set up, so we are trying our best just to make sure we put out a good content. At least now we have a brand that can educate Nigerians, not just Nigerians, Africans. So Christian Milo is becoming a brand of education, like to enlighten people regarding Dubai. So if you are still thinking of subscribing, my guys, subscribe. This is going to benefit you and also benefit me, because YouTube also favor me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Christian Miller. Thanks, Dinencha. Thanks for joining me. Big shout out to Raymond. Big shout out to Okenwa Sam. Big shout out to Akwizi. Big shout out to everybody that has joined me on this live. My young Abe and the rest of the people that have joined me on this live. Nena Izinwa, thank you everybody for joining me. I really appreciate. Hope we can do this next Tuesday. We'll be like the same time, the same period, and the same place, and the same person, Christian Milo. So guys, always support Christian Milo. And also, you can also follow us on Twitter. Don't forget, we have a Twitter handle that is the voice of Nigerians in Dubai. Go to that Twitter handle, official NUE. That is the Twitter handle. Kindly follow our Twitter handle, because a lot of things that is happening, we need to be active on Twitter to be able to give our voice out to the government. Like when they had this flight issue, we met an hashtag open flight now, which it did not work. It worked a little bit, but it does not work like, because we are not crowded. So, but hopefully, if you follow and your friend follow, maybe we can build it up. So thank you guys. God bless and remain blessed. My name is Christian Miller. Don't forget that. Branded Kicks Empire. Thank you guys.